Good morning students. So today we will discuss about the topic ozone. So this is in your weekend syllabus. You have mains exam on Sunday. So in that the first topic is ozone. So ozone is a allotropic form of oxygen. So oxygen have two allotropic forms, oxygen and ozone. So O2 and O3 forms. So O2 form is present in atmosphere, you know. So O3 is the another allotropic form of oxygen, and this is from sea level. It is at the height of 20 kilometers from the sea level. So it is present in the stratosphere layer. So you know atmospheric layers, in that layers the ozone is present in the stratosphere layer, and it protects from the sunlight, or it protects from the harmful UV radiation. So you know UV radiation will cause some problems, skin cancer like that. So this ozone layer will protect the earth from the harmful UV radiation. And next preparation. So preparation means it is prepared from the oxygen gas. When oxygen gas is passed through a electric discharge tube, so means it absorbs energy and it forms the ozone. So means it is a endothermic reaction. So formation of ozone is a endothermic reaction. So here, so this 142 kilojoules per mole energy is released in the preparation of ozone. So it is a endothermic reaction, and the formation of ozone from oxygen is a endothermic preparation. We need to supply some energy to the oxygen gas. That's why oxygen gas is passed through a electric discharge tube. Then only we can get ozone gas. So high concentration of ozone will cause some health problems. So it is a somewhat toxic gas. So next, properties of the ozone. So ozone in gaseous form, it is a pale blue color gas, and in liquid form it is a dark blue color, and when it becomes solid, the color of the compound is element is violet black. So it exists in three states: gaseous state, liquid state and solid state, and in different colors. So this is the physical property of ozone. So next, ozone. So in less small concentration it is harmless, but when it is in higher concentration it results in headache and nausea. So here high concentration of ozone will cause some health problems. So it is a toxic gas at high concentration, and ozone is thermodynamically unstable. So because here this ozone is thermodynamically unstable, it will readily undergo to form the O2. So it is a reversible reaction. O3 will convert into O2 and O2 will convert into O3. So the forward reaction means O2 is converted into O3 is a endothermic reaction, and from ozone to oxygen is a exothermic reaction, which is favorable reaction. So it is thermodynamically unstable with respect to oxygen. So it readily decomposes and it liberates oxygen. So means O3 is readily converts into O2, and by liberating the delta H, some heat energy. So delta H is negative. So if in any reaction heat releases means it is a so delta H is negative. So this O3 is converted into O2. So this is 2 moles and this is 3 moles. So ozone readily decomposes to O2 gas by liberating heat energy. It means delta H is negative. And here delta S, entropy of the reaction increases, means it is positive. So means here 2 moles and here 3 moles. So means delta S will be increasing. So both this reaction is a favorable reaction. So since delta G is also negative. So delta G is delta H minus T delta S. So delta H is negative and delta S is positive, means delta G is a negative. So it is a very favorable reaction. So by releasing energy, this is becomes more stable by releasing energy. So it is thermodynamically unstable. So delta G is large negative. So means it releases very much high Gibbs energy in the reaction. So due to the ease with which it liberates, so it is also acts as the strong oxidizing agent. Ozone acts as strong oxidizing agent. So ozone readily liberates nascent oxygen. So because of this nascent oxygen, it acts as strong oxidizing agent. So this is the important. So ozone acts as strong oxidizing agent. So it is a powerful oxidizing agent, and also so it oxidizes. For example, see these reactions, lead sulfide. So in lead sulfide, so lead is in +2 oxidation state, S is in -2 oxidation state, and lead sulfate becomes lead sulfate. So lead sulfide is converted into lead sulfate. So here the oxidation number of sulfur is increased, and means it is a oxidation reaction, and means it oxidizes lead sulfide, means it is a oxidizing agent. So which oxidizes other substance, it is called oxidizing agents. Which reduces other substance, that is called reducing agent. So it is oxidizing this lead sulfide, that's why it is called oxidizing agent. So here oxidation number increase and ozone converts into oxygen, oxidation number. So here it is reduced. Ozone is itself, it is reduced. And next I minus is converting into I2. So I minus is in -1 oxidation state, I2 is the 0 in oxidation state. So means oxidation number increased. So this is acting as a strong oxidizing agent. So when ozone reacts with an excess of potassium iodide, so ozone reacts with potassium iodide and liberates I2. So iodine is liberated in the reaction, and which can be titrated against a standard solution of sodium thiosulfide. So this is a quantitative method for estimating ozone gas. So it is used in the quantitative method, means how much amount of ozone is released in a reaction, means we are estimating ozone gas by using this reaction. It is also important, means potassium iodide when reacts with ozone solution, it will liberate iodine, and that iodine when titrated against sodium thiosulfate, and it will form sodium thiosulfate, another compound, and this reaction is used for the quantitative method for estimating ozone gas. So this is also important. And then depletion of ozone layer. So ozone layer is depleted by some gases. So that in that gases, the first is NO gas, nitric oxide gas, which is liberated by supersonic jet aeroplanes. So when supersonic jet aeroplanes will exhaust the NO nitric oxide, and that nitric oxide will react with ozone layer, and it leads to the depletion of the ozone layer. So it will convert ozone into oxygen. So this is the depletion of ozone. And also ozone layer is depleted by the freons. So freons means in refrigerator for cooling purpose freons are used. So freons are called chlorofluorocarbons are called freons. So these freons also damaging the ozone layer. So and NO nitric oxide, which is liberated by aeroplanes, supersonic jet aeroplanes, and also chlorofluorocarbons will deplete the ozone layer, which damages the ozone layer. This is the depletion of ozone. Then structure of ozone. So this is the Lewis dot structure of ozone. So oxygen will have 6 valence electrons. So it is the central oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here one positive charge. So this is one negative charge. So here 2 electrons are excess, means minus charge, and here positive charge. So this is the Lewis dot structure. Here also negative and here positive. So this is the ozone layer, structure of ozone, Lewis dot structure of ozone, and these are 2 resonating forms of the ozone. In ozone, these all bonds have same bond length, so that is 128 picometers, and bond angle is 170 degrees. So this you have to remember, bond length, and this is the bond angle, and this is the resonance hybrid structure of ozone.